There's going to be a 15-minute qualifying. There are 7 laps. The first one is a parade lap. So we'll drive 2 by 2 until we get to that second last corner, that kink, the left-hand kink, before the chicane, where we can start just increasing speed and then just go into a single file, and then we can get onto a 6-lap race. And guys, the whole thing is just about keeping it on the track. We're not here racing. The points are off. It's more just about one last shindig for time.
Right. Yeah. And headlights on.
Yeah. We're just waiting for the live stream to come up, and then we can get going. All right, gentlemen, welcome very much, and welcome to the Time War Memorial Race. Thank you for those who have taken time out. They've sent the messages through to Time. The format for today is we're going to be having a 15-minute qualifying where we will have some of the messages from the drivers put up through on the screen, so Ty's family and friends are able to see. We do have 2 rooms that will be running. We're starting off with pool 1. We have a 7-lap race, followed that 15-minute qualifying. We will then have a 1-lap 2 by 2 parade lap, where we'll then go into a 6-lap race. The points are off, and this is just so that we can show our respects to Ty with 1 race, and we'll take it from there. Guys, enjoy. Ty and your family, this is for you.
So yes, hi everybody, and welcome to this very special race that we're having today, and obviously it is in memory of Ty Moore, who sadly passed away. Very respected amongst the online racing community, and if you're joining us, we're very, very happy to be with you today. To commemorate Ty and his also to just show our appreciation of Ty, and also our condolences to the family in this very difficult time. But what we wanted to do is obviously just celebrate Ty, and also just enjoy a bit of time on the track for the last time in commemoration of Ty Moore, driver 101. So I'll be bringing you a couple of messages. We actually have 2 races on the go, and as you heard from Dylan, He's already explained to you exactly what's going to be taking place during this race. What we will be doing is putting up a couple of messages from former teammates, former companions, and who raced with Ty during his time with us. And I can tell you he will be sorely missed. And as I said, this is a very much a celebration to commemorate the memory of Ty Moore, Driver 101. So we will be bringing you some messages, and we're glad to have you with us in today's racing. So as mentioned, we have around about 15 minutes of qualification. Then we're going to go into a 7-lap race, and then obviously we will have a parade lap, and then obviously we will present you with some messages for Ty's family as well as in celebration. So if you are going to be joining this live stream, please put up your messages to Ty's family as well as the boys, and we appreciate your time here with us at SARCO today to commemorate Ty Moore, and also to his family as well. A message from Craig: never will racing be run or a lap be done without you being in our thoughts. You'll be missed forever, buddy. A message from Jacques from TTR. Ty, a guy with a positive outlook on life and a never give up attitude. Till the end he gave it all, a true fighter. Rest in peace, Ty, and may your fighting spirit live forever. Cheers, driver 101. So around about 7 minutes left of this qualification laps, and yes, somebody out on the track at the moment having a little bit of a whoopsie there. It looks like Bruno leading the pack, followed by Craig at the moment. The sort of times doing in the 220 region, and a lot of close guys doing about 222s, 223s, as well as 227s in this monster of a machine. As we all know, quite difficult to drive as it is, but really great driving from everybody involved. Jake's just put up a 219, so fantastic stuff from him, and we'll be watching quite carefully on how things are going down with him. Bruno obviously not going to let that one lie, and he's going to probably push Jake down a place if he can. Craig's doing quite nicely at a 2-minute 22, so he's a little bit off the pace, but we'll see him coming back. I'm very much sure of that. And obviously Mal there, then Colin, then Rudy, then BA, sorry, and then looks like Justin, Dupe, and then Marius, Ash there as well, and then Hamid also in the mix of things. They're just going to make sure they get these tires up and going. If I'm looking across at the moment, 7 degrees ambient temperature on the track here on this day. Also 19 degrees with a slight wind coming in from the southwest conditions. The conditions are clear, and obviously round just above 5 minutes of this session before we start the race, and we're going to see if there are going to be any changes happening on the top of the log there. Currently pole position, Jakes, then Bruno, then Craig, so we'll be watching out nicely for that. Yeah, Jake's a little bit wide there, so I'm sure he's going to be looking to resolve that, and all in all, we'll see how it goes through the sessions until the end of the session. Yeah, here's a look at Bruno in the BMW. Obviously trying to get through as well to see if he can better that time. I see he has brought it down a little bit, but I think there Jake's dominating currently in the Nissan. So we'll see what's going on and might change there. Craig, obviously in the Mercedes here today, and I'm sure he'll be looking to take care of business and ensure that he pushes himself up the log at the moment. Yeah, here we come through. Also looking at Mal. Let's see what he's doing. Looks like he's just behind Craig, if I'm not mistaken. So he'll be looking for an area to get by any second there, to see if he can push his way up the log as well. So just some feedback, not much change happened on the top four at the moment. It does look as though Colin has moved up. Let me not say too much. It looks like Dupes moved up into 5th position. So nice work from him at the moment to bring himself into the top 5. And then let's have a look down who's a little bit further down at the moment. Ash coming up also a lot from the bottom there up into 8th spot, and obviously looking to do something. I think he's in an Aston Martin at the moment, so let's just confirm that. Yes, he is. He's in car number 27, and great stuff from him coming back. And let's go to 9th, also in a Nissan BA. And he also wants to probably put himself up into the top 5. Let's see how he's going to handle that today. I think he's also in a Nissan, so nice choice from his side. Oh, here is the McLaren. And it looks like it's Justin, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. And let's see how that is going on. It looks as though Dylan's out on the track. Yes, he is in the green Mamba colors. And obviously pushing to try and get up above the rest. Let's see how far he gets out. He hasn't completed a lap as yet at the moment. So yeah, quite interesting to have a look what's going down there. Jake's sort of in the pits already. They got 1 minute to go, ladies and gentlemen, before the end of the qualifications, and then they will be doing a parade lap in honor of Ty, and then they will start the race. Colin's still out. He's in the BMW as well. And nice job from Colin. Pushes himself into the 4th spot on that last lap. So very nice from him. I think this is Rudy, if I'm not mistaken. He's also in the Nissan. And back to Ash. Little bit of a fender bender there. 29 seconds to go before the quali is over. And there we go. He's also back into the pits. So just to give you a quick lineup there, first Jakes, then Bruno, then Craig, then Colin, then Mel from TTR, Dupe from TTR, then Rudy Bays, he's in 7th, Hamid, Ash, and then Be Awesome as me is in 10th spot at the moment. So we'll be looking to bring you all the action live. As I said, at the moment, we'll be bringing you...
Jacques Racing, I see that you joined, so I'm not sure if you're able to actually have done a lap, but you're more than welcome to join us in the second lobby. So please stick around, just watch the live stream, and we'll send you an invite for the second race.
So yeah, let's get back out on the track and let's see where we are. Obviously leading the pack here is Jakes, then Bruno, Craig. What will happen is they will do a parade lap in honor of Ty Moore and Driver 101, and then they will begin this race. We're just waiting for everybody to ready up.
Ashraf.
So they're ready to go, all set and ready. So we'll see what's going to take place. As I mentioned, it's going to be a parade lap, and then from there they will start racing. For all of you who are joining us online right now, thank you very much for your support in this memorial race for Ty Moore, and also we appreciate you tuning in. You're very welcome to send some messages on the stream. Obviously Ty family will be viewing this, and as we said to you guys, thank you for joining us to commemorate Ty Moore, Driver 101, and we do this in celebration of the time that we spent with him online racing, and we just want to show our appreciation of all the things that Ty did with his time with us, and also to celebrate his life and what he enjoyed doing. And we were very much a part of that as SARCO, and enjoyed having him, listening to him and his advice when it was needed. So we appreciate that from Ty, and that's why we're doing this, to celebrate his life and what he enjoyed doing with us. So yes, we're almost ready to start this race. We are obviously just finalizing our parade lap as a salute to driver 101, and we will celebrate his life in what he used to do with us at SARCO, and the race is about to begin. So driver 101, we know you're looking down on us, and you're going to enjoy this with us as much as we enjoyed racing with you. And they're off. Let us see if Jakes can keep it tight, and obviously Bruno hot on his tail. We're going to go through the start and finish area. Here they go. They'll start to accelerate through this section. Obviously Craig looking for the inside there. Lights are on. Jake seems to be holding it quite nicely. There it is, coming up quite tight there. Craig looking for an opportunity to get past in the slipstream of Bruno at the moment. And obviously looking where there is a possible opportunity. He's gone for that opportunity and has taken Bruno in that one step there. So we will go and have a look what's going on. Yes, back. It looks like Bruno's coming back at him. Oh, it's a bit of a mess up there. Unfortunately, taken out of the Bruno, slightly wounded, which has given this gentleman, Colin, a lifeline. He's actually just come into second place. Jake's well ahead in front there, taking care of business as usual. And it now pushes up Colin into second place, followed by Mal, and Mal in third spot, looking very nicely there. Marius right there on his tail, looking for any opportunity. It looks like there is a bit of a break there. Dupe as well, looking for any opportunity to get past here. Tires are obviously hard slick, so they've got to warm them up, and you've got to be quite careful to get around these guys. But you can see this racing is very close, and it's exciting to watch as we come around and push through the guys to see exactly who is where and what. So let's have a look at this particular area here. On with Mal. We can just push that down. Hamid in the Porsche at the moment. Yes, there is a bit of a tightening up of the guys, looking for space to actually, but let's hopefully see no more incidences in this particular race. So just looking at what's taking effect right now is Mal in third spot. Looks like Colin in second, Jake's in first and way out in front at the moment. He seems to be owning this track. As you can see, the distance is to his next rival, Colin, is still coming up the track there. So very nice driving from him. There has been some changes. Looks like Bruno's gaining on lap. Oh, it looks as though he has some more problems at the moment. Spun out. But that was not Bruno. It looked as though it might have been... I wasn't too sure. No, it wasn't. Oh, it was actually Craig. Craig had a bit of a mishap there. You can see on the front fender there, quite severely dented. But yep, let's go back up the top of the roster to have a look at where Colin is at the moment. Colin in second place. Jake's leading the pack here, right there out front, and total domination from his side. And yep, a great honor to see some great racing. And yep, it's really great to see that. Here we go, on board with Colin still. Let's have a look at Mal. Mal seems to be creeping up at the moment, looking for Colin and looking for an opportunity to take Colin on. Bruno's pushed his way back up to fourth spot, so I'm sure he's going to be coming back in a big way. So be on the watch out for Bruno at the moment. Some great driving from that first incident corner. Unfortunately, that he had with Craig there. Oh, a little bit wide, not knowing where to go at the moment, I think. But yeah, pulled it back nicely, brought it around. And let's see, Jake once again. Let's go right up to the front runner there. He's coming through now. Here it is. And that's basically 4 laps gone so far. So we haven't got too many to go. And yeah, looking to dominate at the moment. So great driving from them, and pushing things aside. Fantastic driving, really great stuff. Here we go. Here's the close knit between Bruno. Bruno's coming back now, and yeah, I think he's going to be looking to at least be in the top 3. So we'll see where he's going to be positioned in a couple of minutes. He's got a few laps to do it in. As we know, we've got sort of 6 laps of racing. 1 lap was the parade lap. So if we look at that figure, 7 laps in all, but we'll see where Bruno ends up, and I'm sure he's going to be fist pumping to get in front. Mal obviously in the Bentley, looking to keep his current position in third, but Bruno catching up quite quickly on him. And I'm going to be very interested to see what will be taking place there. Let's have a look at our leader at the moment. Currently in number 1 spot is Jake's, and he's dominating, as I mentioned. Put on a serious time even under the fuel conditions that he's got, a 2:20. So great driving from Jake's there. We are looking down the line here. Dupe seems to be in 7th spot. Then obviously Hamed, he's in the Porsche, trying to push that car around today. So we'll be looking at that. Rudy, he's in he's in the Nissan as well, not to be confused with Jake, but he is now pushed his way up to 4th spot there. And I'm looking, Bruno has probably lost it. He's now dropped down to 6th So, yep, I wasn't able to catch that. Normally, I would have some heads up from my co-presenter, but unfortunately, he's not with me today. So, yeah. Oh, a little bump and a bash there. A little bump and a bash from Dupe, I think. Yep, Dupe just gave him a little hello, here I am. And looks like Mal's still in third spot. Then followed by then just in front of him is Colin, and then Jake's. Lap number 5. Lap number 5, pushing it away, staying up in front of the pack. Great stuff from Jake's here this afternoon. Some of you might not know, but let me just inform you. Obviously, it looks like Jake's is well in front, and Jake's used to be the team mate of Ty. So, yeah, he's doing his partner proud, and rightly said on the stream, yep, Jake's, Ty's sitting next to you, leading this race at the moment, and I think we'll be celebrating if you can keep it all together, which I'm sure you will. But yeah, nice to see some of the messages coming through on the stream. Obviously, a lot of talk going down about Ty, and obviously the contribution that he gave. Also, you know, a lot of guys just sending condolences to Ty's family, so that's wonderful to see. And as we mentioned, yes, it is a celebration here for us to celebrate the time spent with Ty on the racetracks, on the many races that he attended with us. And I think even Dylan started racing 4 years ago with Ty, and you know, they were rivals at the particular point in time, and it was great that even within that rivalry, you know, Ty was always willing to share knowledge. And even though I think Dylan was telling us that even though he wasn't a number one contender, and basically you know, started his career 4 years ago racing online, he said that obviously Driver 101 was always there offering advice and providing setups. And, you know, it was so encouraging, you know, to race with such a gentleman. And I think that's what the community always inspires. The guys always look for leaders, and, you know, just acknowledging that, you know, there are people out there willing to give knowledge and provide the best possible feed. Jake's still ahead at the moment in lap number 6, so he's already in lap number 6. Colin right behind him, slightly slower, but as you can see that yeah, Jake's is 3 seconds ahead on time. When I say time, lap time, you know, he did a 20 where the nearest rival is in at 2:23, and if we have a look at the sort of times that are flashing by at the moment, Jake's dominating this race, and I think for very good reason. He's definitely wanting to do the best he can for his former teammate, who was Driver 101, and with respect to his former teammate. So great driving, as we can see from Jake's at the moment. Moving back, Colin. Yeah, that little Z4, sure trying to push it through its paces. They are quick, but it seems today not quick enough. Even in second spot, he's got to push himself to try and catch Jake. And there is quite a number of seconds between them. And it looks like Mal's just had a penalty, so we will be watching that at the moment. Rudy in fourth spot in the Nissan. So let's see where he comes. And then right behind him, Dupe. Dupe, obviously also in the Bentley, yellow one at that. And then Craig. Craig, you've hurt that Mercedes quite badly. A nice front ender there, but great spirit from your side of continuing the fight. Hopefully you can get up at least to position 4 or 3. I don't know how badly that car is damaged, but it does look quite damaged. Bruno, he seems to be in 7th, but I'm sure he'll be also a little bit sorry that he didn't keep it clean and get out there, because I think he's probably got some damage as well. So he's in 7th spot at the moment, and we'll be looking to see if he can change anything. We're on lap 7, so let's go back quickly. This is the last lap of the race, and you can see Jakes is well ahead in time. And comfortable lead for him. And definitely going to take the podium number 1 position on this particular race. Remember, we have 2 lobbies taking place at the moment. And the next lobby will join after this session. So don't go away anywhere. We will be back soon. And we'll be back shortly. We'll get everybody lobbed up and ready to go. So the feed's not going to go off. We're going to continue with this feed, and we're going to go with our second group. It was very difficult to get everybody into one group, so just be patient with us. We are going to be broadcasting that as well. So and also just give you some messages that was sent through to us, and we'll put them on the screen. There we go. Nicely done. He takes the number 1 spot, Jakes, here, and very nicely done as well from that side. So yep, it's done. 2 minutes left. Slowed it right down. Jakes takes 1st place, Colin 2nd, Mal 3rd, Rudy currently in 4th, Dupe in 5th currently, if nothing goes wrong, and then obviously Bruno in Craig, then Bruno, then Hamid, then BA, and then Justin. So as I said, don't go away. We will be back shortly, presenting the next lobby. This was lobby 1. And stay tuned. Keep with us. Send out your messages. It's great to have these messages coming through. So we're very glad to see the messages coming through, and we're celebrating, obviously, Ty, and obviously this is his memorial race, so we're celebrating it together. So please make sure you tune in, send your messages, and obviously give a lot of things
Great to watch. Well done.
Talking about your experience. If you have something to say, please, if you did race with Ty, and you know the type of personality he was, put it on the screen. Let everybody just celebrate with you
lobby number 1. Please feel free to go into the live stream. So, get involved with the conversations.
Nicely done by Jakes. Well done. And as a former teammate, I would only expect that from you, Jake. So well done there. Great race from you. So we got around about 10 seconds left in the session, and then we will not be going away. We will be back. We will just cut the communication for a little while, so bear with us. We will be just bringing in everybody, and we'll join you back shortly.
Jacques, ek sê jou invite hoor.
Nee, ek wil net hierdie replay sê, want ek en Colin het nou lekker gery.
Ek het gesien wat baie klou tussen julle twee, daai wat seker baie lekker ry.
And it is for Tar that we're not here to take each other out. We're here just to have one final race for Tar. So if you are ready, please get your thumbs up and let's get racing for Tar.
Just one thing, Dylan, how does the start work?
So what we'll do is we'll do a parade lap. So wherever you've qualified, we'll then just pull off slowly, go side by side for the entirety of the lap. Once we then cross the start finish line, we can then go. It worked quite well with Jake's, and then just drop into a single file.
Okay, so just a rolling start once the parade lap's done.
Correct.
Cool.
There's still one spot left for somebody who wants to join. So who's not here? Is Ash here?
Yes, Ash is there.
Everybody that was keen to rejoin has.
Als Ninko miskien Colin.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I've been asking Colin.
Okay. Then it's a nice full room.
Is Jacques racing in with us?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
is.
okay, I see he's there. Cool.
He's got a thumbs up.
Careful, my chase.
So as you can see, we're setting up for lobby 2, and as you've heard, a lot of the guys wanting to race again, obviously in celebration of ties. So we'll be keeping a close eye on everybody joining, and some wonderful comments coming through.
I have sent an invite.
Please keep those comments coming. It's great to see the community coming together. The racing community of SARCO coming together to celebrate Driver 101. So we'll be moving in a couple of seconds. You'll be seeing exactly what's going on, and we'll be starting off with a qualification. Once the qualifying is through, as mentioned,
just remember, anything you say
do a parade lap in that format, and then they will start the 6-lap race.
Just want to thank my pit crew, everybody that supported me until here.
Just want to say those tires are ice cold after that parade lap. Just as a heads up.
Yeah, that was terrible. Yo.
And it doesn't grip on the grass at like 300 or 230 while going down the main straight either.
That was quite spectacular, Craig.
I did try. I wasn't going to take my foot out of it.
Yeah, as Rudy says, it was a rest in peace, Ty. It was an honor to race with you. And we'll be joining the guys on the track in a couple of seconds, so just bear with us. Obviously we want to make sure that we see the guys, and let's be on. We've got 15 minutes, just under 15 minutes of qualies at the moment. Already Ross is on the track. He'll be driving a Ferrari today, a red Ferrari, so we'll keep a keen eye out there. And just to let you know, yes, there was a message that was sent out from Ross, and quite a lengthy one at that. And just to give you an overview of what was said, you can read it on the screen as well, that basically Ross said he didn't know Ty that well, but he had raced with him, and it was a privilege to experience the raw talent firsthand the few times that he was at SARCO, and it was a testimony to the spirit and the desire that he was so keen and able to drive extremely competitively, and even if he was in an incident, he would obviously fight back. And yeah, what he also said is, you know, soon after Ty's accident, you know, those past months, it had an impact on the group as well, because there was a lot of memories and a lot of prayers going through. And you know, he said, you know, there was lots of rivalry between the guys going up and down, and obviously everybody was you know, really looking forward to Ty's return, but unfortunately Ty lost his battle. So it was very sad for all at SARCO, and you know, this is why we're doing this, to celebrate Ty's life, and also to celebrate the competitiveness of Ty, and we also just want to make sure that his family know that you know, we care, and as a racing community we know that we're going to miss Ty very, very much, for all of the advice and for what was given while Ty was with us. So as I said, thank you very much, Ross, for your message. And you know, I know that in some cases you mentioned you were pretty schooled by Ty and what he was doing, and that you were inspired as well. And what you finally say is just basically rest in peace, Driver 101. Yeah, then obviously we do have a message from Yaku as well, which I'll put on the screen in a couple of seconds. There we go. Rest in peace, brother, and condolences to his family and friends. Once again, he would be sorely missed from the group, and you can see by the messages coming through from majority of his teammates, as well as the guys that he competed against. A lot of respect shown for Ty, Driver 101, and it was an honor and a privilege for many of the gentlemen in this lobby to race against Ty, as well as the companionship, as well as the advice and the true spirit of a true racer. Obviously being recognized here today, and really great to see that, and also the SARCO community coming together and celebrating you know, what Ty did in each one of these individuals' lives. Very nicely said by some of them. You can read actually on the live streams as well what Ty actually meant to the SARCO group. So yes, Jake's back in this particular round as well, and obviously Turbo Charles also, oh, a little bit there, lost again. I wonder who that was. Let me go back in the Ferrari. Turbo Charles, I'm sure he's not going to be happy with Jake's, and you can see how close the time is there. 2:19.066 and 2:19.367. Talk about competitors. Ross doing quite nicely in third spot at the moment. He's doing a 2:20 at the moment. I'm sure he'll be looking to put something back. Dylan in the pits, but we'll see what he's going to be coming out with. Dupe also on the road again, driving the Bentley, and I'm sure he's going to be looking to put up some times there as well. And A and B, looking to do something in that little Z4. We'll see there Yaku, as you can see his message on the screen now, just celebrating and showing his respects there. So we'll be looking out to see. We've got about 8 minutes left of this qualifying to go. And I see Craig's also out on the track at the moment. He'll be looking. I think he was the gentleman in the fender bender. So yeah. Hamed in the pits. He's going to be looking at a time. No, he's actually out of the pits at the moment. Marius looking to see if he can come back in that. It looks like a Lamborghini, which I'm sure it is. And then Mal, he's also in the Bentley back for session 2, so that's great stuff. Bruno, he's going to be out there this time, looking to be driving something a little bit quicker, it looks like. Or is he driving? No, he's in the McLaren, so yep, he'll be looking to put himself in a prime position and obviously take it from there. So we'll be looking to see what's going to be taking place and what's going to be happening in this particular session. Yeah, I've got a message from Jakes. Obviously it says, Ty, I had never the opportunity to meet you in person, but I had experience with you online, and it was very special. You have always made time for me as your teammate. You gave me advice on setups and on life, and I'm going to miss you, my buddy. And till we meet again, rest in peace, my friend. Rest in peace. So very nice message from Jakes to his teammate there. And once again, just celebrating the times of Ty and his celebration being upheld here with this memorial race for Ty. And we're closely counting it down before we get into the parade lap on lobby 2. And also we will have a couple of words from Dylan as well. I must say that, you know, if I listened to Dylan mentioned to me, as I mentioned in the previous lobby, that Ty was an inspiration to him when they were looking to start SARCO. You know, Ty gave a lot of advice on what should be done, and that advice was often through chats, bouncing ideas off. And what Dylan says is obviously his enthusiasm to support was infectious, and this obviously made a big difference. And you know, I think it was both the thrill and being terrified when the news came through that Ty was in an accident, and obviously it affected everybody. You know, and obviously, you know, the sad news of the passing of Ty affected the entire group. And you know, guys, we're speaking from the heart here. I mean, the effect and the reason why SARCO is here is not only you know, the reason why we're doing this. It's because we're celebrating Ty's life, and the effect of what he did effectively was encourage each one of these drivers to be a part of the South African racing community online. And that's what we're here doing today, is celebrating this. So it's great to see that. Yeah, just to add as well, you know, when the news came through, just going back a little bit, the guys were actually going to join the international trials when they heard of the accident of Ty, and the entire community. Obviously, they were sent out. They sent out prayers to Debbie and the boys, and you know they were waiting with anticipation for his return. And yeah, the guys say they were blessed to actually have Ty with them at the Mandela Day event, which was held, and then the fact. And with that, you know, there was the fact that he was showing his courage and his willingness to fight. And then the news of Ty's passing was hard, and he fought it long. And you know, the family obviously were there, and it wasn't fair on his family. You know, the day will always be remembered as it was shared on the same day of the passing of my good friend Gavin Perry, and this is what Dylan has obviously written. It will be a day I will never forget. So you know, Dylan's basically saying I lost two friends in a very short space of time. And you know, Dylan obviously mentions to Debbie and the boys, if you ever get to see this, I hope that it makes you proud to know the effect that Ty had on those and himself, even though they had never met. And while he says here, while I never met him, I definitely felt that I knew who he was. So it's great to have that, and many of the onliners don't actually meet face to face. We talk a lot on the radio together, and obviously we are able to communicate through a different format, and yeah, you know, we get to know each other's personalities through the chat, and you know, we become friends. And in many cases, I always say to the guys that are online, you know, take the opportunity to get to know the guys that you're online with. Some of them might just be up the road, some of them might be living in faraway places, and I mean, we have a lot of that in this particular community on SARCO. We have people all over the world, yet we are celebrating somebody here that had an impact on all of us. So yeah, just great to see the support and what's being said online about Ty. We appreciate you participating in today's event. We'll be going out shortly to be on the parade lap and to celebrate this final session for Ty, and what impact he had on this particular racing community, as you can see, was fantastic. So yes, we are commemorating Ty Moore, who passed earlier on, or should I say this year he passed away after fighting, after an accident, and the guys from SARCO celebrating his life by running these races. So if you are joining us, once again, thank you for that, and leave your messages, and we really appreciate the time that you spend with us today, because it shows we are celebrating Ty's life and what effect it had on us as a community, as an online racing community. And from many of the messages I've read through and also read to you, you know, we could see that Ty had a impact on many people through his spirit, through his competitiveness, even offering advice. Very much so. We appreciate that. So just to give you an indication, Turbo Charles did take the #1 spot. and then Jakes,
Just a
and
quick
then
question.
Ross
Why
coming
is
in
damage on
third,
supposed to be off?
Marius, then Dupe, then Mal, Craig, Bruno, Ash, and then nicely done by all in the party. I'm just going to be switching over to monitor it so
the
I can
red
get
says
out
it
there
must
and
be
have a
off.
look at the guys, see where they are.
Not
They'll be readying up. As I mentioned, then we'll do a parade
but Dylan was
lap
connected, so
in
he's the one
celebration
that's
of
announced right now.
Ross, in celebration of Ty. And there I can see Ross in third, Jakes in second, and Turbo Charles in third. Then in fourth we have Marius, Dupe, Mal, Craig, Bruno, Ash. We have Hamed, Yaku, and then Son.
Where is everybody?
Kyk seker die stroop.
Are we gonna continue this, guys? If you guys read the group.
No, I didn't. What's it saying? We're making a new lobby.
Suggest we
So
restart it,
here
Dylan,
is a
and
message while we're
the
waiting
power might have gone out, so I don't know.
for the start
I could read Bartos.
from Dylan
Alright, we just do what they said and
to Ty's family.
We just restart.
yeah, just carry on, and if we have to do it again, we do it again.
Yep.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
I can let you know that the parade lap has started, and we
Jakes.
will be switching over to see the event.
Jakes, is my
and
ligte aan?
honestly, and also just to honor Ty Moore, driver 101.
Ooh. Must be you, Hamid. Yeah.
I didn't do anything.
We just get away from you.
I did, I'm sorry.
So a couple of seconds to go, should I say, before the race starts. But once again, we're here to celebrate Time More, Driver 101. And as I mentioned, the guys from SARCO all here in support to show their respects for the online racer Driver 101, and also condolences to the family. So we're celebrating his life as a online racer, and many of the competitors here and teammates showing their appreciation for Ty and his life spent with us. And we really look forward to bringing you this celebration in this last race to commemorate Time More. And to Debbie and the boys, our condolences are with you during this very hard time. We are in part celebrating Ty's life with respect, and this is the race that we celebrated with. So we hope you enjoy watching this race. They have and will be starting in a couple of seconds, and they'll be going through, and let's see who will take pole position here on this SARCO Memorial Race for Time More. Looks as though one is already crashed out. However, we're on board with Ross at the moment. You can see a lot of close racing happening at the moment. Turbo Charles under threat by Jakes at the moment. And yeah, it looks as though we can keep you updated that Turbo Charles is in front. It's going to be close. It looks like two guys crashing out there, dropping down. Bruno as well as Sun out of the top 5, and going forward it looks as though Turbo Charles leading the race, Jakes in second, Craig in third, and it looks as though Ross is going to catch Craig at this point in time, looking for that opportunity to go past. And some exciting racing at this point in time. We're going to pop through and have a look where Craig is at the moment, under threat at the moment from Ross, driving that red Ferrari. We'll be switching up, having a look at these top two at the moment. Nice driving from all who are taking part this afternoon here on a very sunny track. 8 degrees ambient temperature on the track. The track conditions 19 degrees Celsius. Jakes, should I say Yaku, in the looks like he's in, yep, he's in an Audi in 5th spot at the moment. Let's take you back to see what's happening up front. At the moment you can see Ross looking for an opportunity to take on that Mercedes-Benz, and I'm sure very close racing in the second lobby at the moment. Let's go back to Jakes losing some distance on Turbo Charles. Turbo Charles way out in front in that Ferrari. So great driving happening right now. Let's go back down the order to see where we are. We're up on Ash at the moment. He's on in the Aston Martin. And then Bruno, who was involved in a little bit of an incident there in the McLaren, pushing his way through. Hopefully he's going to be looking at getting himself up the leaderboard here this afternoon. Back with Ross at the moment.
No surprise.
And he's looking at Craig at the moment, looking to take past that Mercedes-Benz, who's driving quite nicely at the moment, Craig is. So he'll be looking to fend that third position. And Jakes, let's rush off to where he is. He's looking to keep himself nice in line, pushing a little bit, going a little bit wide there, but obviously trying to keep up with Turbo Charles and see if he can take that top position in this particular instant. Lap number 3 at the moment. So yeah, great driving from all who are taking part in this race. And going down to Yaku at the moment in that Audi. He's in 5th spot. There is a little bit of a distance between him and Ross at the moment, round about it looks like 6 seconds. So yeah, he's got some catching up to do on Ross there. Craig obviously in 3rd spot at the moment. Ross breathing down his neck, and we move up to Jakes to see where he is in 2nd position at the moment, looking to take on Turbo Charles. Turbo Charles going through start and finish, and you can see all 3 of them very close at the moment, and obviously keeping Turbo Charles, keeping them at bay at the moment, going into lap number 5 as we come through the start, straight and finish, which is a little way off. That's the 2nd part, so don't get too confused. We are going to be, there are 2 start position lines on this track, and obviously we'll be looking where he is positioning himself at the moment. Yep, there we go. Jakes coming down. You can see how close that Craig is at the moment, looking to see if he can get up there as close as possible. Ross in the Ferrari, the red Ferrari, he is definitely looking to get past Craig at the moment. Bruno's just moved up to 5th spot, and somebody's out at the moment. I think it might be Ash, but no, Ash is fine. Hamid looking to where he is. Yaku was the guy who sort of spun out there, lost it a little bit, so he's going to be looking. Mal down into 9th spot at the moment in the Bentley, and I'm sure that he's going to be pushing to see if he can get past Yaku as well as Hamid, so we'll be watching those a little closer as well. Ross still on and behind at the moment Craig, and you can see looking for any opportunity to get by there. That's what he's doing, watching that driver's line. Craig watching himself. He's going to make sure that he's going to stay ahead of Ross at the moment. And let's pop on back up to the top 2. Jake's taking through the S's at the moment. Turbo Charles going through into lap number 5 at the moment. Still a little bit ahead, about 3 seconds ahead of Jake's, and I'm sure Jake's not going to give up anything at this point in time. He's going to make sure that he's going to try and keep up with Turbo Charles in this race, and it is a great thing to watch as these guys fight it out. You can see that big nice back wing keeping that car stable. Tires are nice and warm, so they will be sticking nicely to the tarmac, and I'm sure that Jake's not going to be wanting to give anything away at the moment. Close racing, as you can see, coming down the straight at the moment. Ross looking for an opportunity to get past Craig. Craig holding that line, making sure he's not giving anything away, and ensuring that he's protecting that line in this particular race at the moment. Seems as though Ross has picked up a slight penalty from the race director, so hopefully that doesn't affect him too much. And some great driving, as you can see, by these guys. Let's go up to where Jake is at the moment. Jake's still hot in pursuit on Turbo Charles. He's definitely going to be fighting back to ensure that he takes that top position at number 1. But currently Turbo Charles in the 31, Ferrari number 31, making sure that he's dominating the first position on this track, and I'm sure Jake's not going to give up soon in that Nissan, and definitely going to make an impact if he can to take pole position in lobby 2, race number 2, as we are watching this live. So as I said, if you are on the stream, welcome to the stream. You know by now that we're celebrating the life of Ty Moore, and we greatly appreciate any of the posts that you put up there. Great to have you watching. Some fantastic racing happening in position 2 and 3 at the moment. I will take you back down there, but I wanted to see if Jakes could be picking up at the moment on Turbo Charles. Let's go down and have a look. Some close racing here, really. Even the lights put on by Ross now to say, listen, Craig, I'm behind you, and I'm going to be looking for any mistakes you're going to be making. I'm going to be capitalizing on that. So yeah, great stuff from these two online racers at the moment, and you can see them coming down the straight. I'm sure that Mercedes-Benz is pushing as much as he can to keep in front, and yeah, it's definitely great to see what's happening here. Not too many mistakes made by the drivers at the moment, and I'm sure that Craig is going to keep Ross at bay as much as he can. So he's going to be Ross in car number 61, the Ferrari, the red Ferrari. We'll be looking down. Let's just pop up to where Jakes is at the moment. A nice steady pace going through, watching his lines, and I'm sure looking to close that gap on Turbo Charles. This is lap number 6, 1 lap to go. So if anything at the moment, we're going to be seeing what Jakes is going to be doing. He's going to have to make some sort of move if he wants to get through, because 3 seconds, it's now up to 4 seconds. 4 seconds is a long way to go in order to close that gap. So let's just go back to Ross at the moment. Let's see, 25 per seconds behind is Bruno at the moment, with a Aston Martin that looks a little bit no, it's a McLaren, sorry, it's a McLaren which looks a bit done in. I think that was by the earlier incident that he had. If we go down to Mal at the moment, looking to be a little bit far, a little bit back down the line in 6th position. Yaku is in 7th at the moment. Son is, I think he was the guy that I was thinking of. Yeah, no, he's in the Ferrari there as well. Then the Porsche, a little bit worse for wear there, Hamed. Don't know what happened, but obviously it doesn't look too good for you at the moment. And then Ash in 10th position. He is in the Aston Martin. It's lap number 7 at the moment for Turbo Charles. So this is the last lap. He's leading this race. Remember, this is the memorial race for Ty Moore. So we thank you guys for watching. I see there's a lot of guys watching the stream at the moment. So thank you for that. Remember, your messages are here, and everybody putting support behind the guys that are racing. As we're looking, Turbo in there, Jakes just coming up behind. He's 3 seconds, so he has been able to gain 1 second on there. So yeah, he hasn't given up at all, and showing pure determination to allow not to allow anything to go wrong in this particular race. He wants to haul in, if I could put it that way, haul in Turbo Charles on his last lap. So and the times actually quite close together with the respective times. So great stuff to watch here. Craig down at the moment, still a lot of pressure from Ross, and Ross is going to make his move. No, he doesn't. Yes, he does. Oh, he's lost it. Obviously pushing too much to get through there. And here we go back to the race leader, who is Turbo Charles, looking to come through, start and finish. And second, closely followed by Jake. Third spot would go to Craig at the moment, who comes in. There's a 1 minute and 30 seconds left of this race. Can there be any difference made? Bruno coming through. It looks like a badly damaged car from Ross, but he will take fourth spot. And then fifth will be Bruno coming through. So there goes, and there goes, some really heavy blistering going on at the moment as they come through. Mal coming in sixth spot, Yaku in seventh spot, Son in eighth spot, and then it is Hamid and Ash in 10th spot. So very nice driving from everybody. Great drive. Well done. Some great driving by all. So great to see everybody driving. Thank you very much for participating. Driver 101. With all respect, this is for you in celebration of your life, and also in celebration of the friends and the teammates that you made while you were racing with SARCO online. Respect goes out to you and your family. And as I mentioned, in celebration, we appreciate the time spent with us at SARCO, and we thank you for all of your advice, your input, and we celebrate it here today. Thank you very much for joining us. If you have enjoyed the race, thank you for being a part of us. And just in closing,
Andrew
I think it's very important that I read. Thank you
that explains
to all the drivers who turned up for the race today, and for the rest of the year. The 16th spot in our lobby will be dedicated to Ty as a reminder for this year of this year.
No worries, man.
We will do this Ty race, memorial race, ongoing forward to Ty and his family and friends.
To give it to you, and then it's
he
all
will
sit down and
always
give it
be
back
remembered.
To you. So I was like, okay,
rest in peace,
it was good
Driver 101. Thank you for listening. Thank you for taking part, and we celebrate Ty more today at SARCO. Thank you once again.